Haha, tricked you. Tricked you into watching an indie RPG. Haha, got him. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stream tonight because my throat is still a little scratchy. So if it's a little bit shorter, I apologize in advance. But I got a cold over the weekend, so if I sound a little weirder than normal, that's why. Yeah, I'd heard of the Siralim series, I think, around 3. I know they made 3, and then there was also, like, a card game or something. I don't think I ever tried that, though. And, they've just been chugging along. Now, I don't know if the Siralim Ultimate means it's going to be the last one in the series, if they're done making them, or if they're going to do more. But if you like team building monster battle or RPGs, like, I don't know, Dragon Quest Monsters or Shin Megami Tensei to a lesser extent, you'll probably like this game. Alright, let's start a game here. The story in this game is very much whatever. This is not a game you play for the story, this is a game you play for the gameplay and the mechanics, because, oh boy, there's a lot. I think the story also kind of expects that you've played the previous games to know what's going on, but again, it's literally just, hey, there's some bad stuff, we gotta go around and get all the gemeralds, and then we gotta commune with the gods. Oh wait, but something's bad's happening now, so... Don't worry too much if you're not following the story, it's not really there. We gotta have a name. I don't remember if you can change this. He does it. Hey, he got a red titty. Ain't no rules that say God can't have a red titty. Splatoon, you say? Alright. So, this is basically your class. When you pick a specialization, you can change this. Functionally, this doesn't affect your monsters specifically. This affects your personal abilities, because you don't act in a fight. Your monsters act for you. You know, monster battler, makes sense. This is not all the specializations available, you can get more in the game, but these are the ones you get to start with. My main file, I think I picked Pyromancer, and I made a pretty decently strong team that doesn't really have to do anything. They just kind of start the fight with everything on fire, and then everything just kind of burns to death. So I think I might pick a different class. I don't know what I want to play, though. Everybody has their own little mechanics, and again, you can change this. You have kind of a starter monster. You could eventually get every monster in the game, so this isn't like a one-time, you know, you can't take this back choice. So animators, for example, this is, you have a special monster that is... You specifically buff that one monster, your animatus or whatever. and it kind of revolves around that specific monster, whereas Blood Mage is your monsters get stronger as they take damage. This one's based around like casting spells. This one's based like defensively, buffing, resurrection, etc., etc. So it's kind of like, find a playstyle you think would be cool, but don't worry too much if you don't like it, because you can change it. I don't know what I want to pick. Hell Knight is increased critical damage, cause a variety of effects to occur when they attack. Can also cast spells in a pinch. Inquisitors use healing effects for offensive purposes. When your creatures heal enemies, they cause damage, so basically every enemy becomes undead. When you dodge, you unleash counters. Necromancer. Minions. Burning debuff. Reaver is the longer a fight goes on, the stronger your monsters get. Sorcerer is debuffs. Just completely lock down enemies. Warden, I guess, is lots of buffs. And Witch Doctor, I guess, confuse foes and damaging each other. This is a sequel. This is basically Siralim 4, but they called it Siralim Ultimate. But yeah, you don't really have to play the first three. As I said, the story is very optional, so don't stress too much. Maybe Hell Knight. I think I'll be a Hell Knight. Also, whatever knows best, thank you for the resub for 3 full years. For the jump scare.
You're great.
Buh. Wow, Caliban, I'm streaming. I'm explaining to the audience, God. Yeah, the thing is literally called the Ultimate Nether Orb. The dialogue, it's like... It's... all the games in the series kind of have the same thing. It's very much just a vehicle for you to go around to a bunch of different themed areas and do mechanics and stuff. Yeah, we have to stop the dude from getting the Ultimate Nether Orb. Alright. This is the castle. The previous games, I believe you basically own the castle, like it's you coming to own the castle and rule the kingdom and all that stuff. You don't have to really worry about too many of these people, because a lot of them are gonna be dead soon. Yeah, we're not here for the story. Oh hey, it's Caliban. What do you mean, Splat Tim? Anyways, he's basically saying the same thing to everybody. We gotta get the orb, blah blah blah. Go talk to the other gods to help him get you the orb. I'm gonna try bumping up the audio a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud in the actual game itself. Because some of the battle sounds are kind of loud. So that just happened. Also, I hope you like achievements, because there will be a lot of achievements. So the game gives you a little tutorial to kind of get used to things, because you may not have played the previous games, not familiar with mechanics and stuff. Like I said, this is a monster battler. You'll get a lot of achievements. Alright, let's get into a fight. So, every monster in the game can either attack or cast magic, or provoke or defend, by default. There's additional mechanics, but we can't touch them yet. Provoke just tells all the enemies, hey, come attack me, but in exchange, you take bonus damage. So it's not really just like a free taunt, you do have to kind of pay for it. Casting, pretty self-explanatory, you cast magic. Attack, you deal damage. Defend, you take less damage. Fairly standard RPG stuff. Right now it's just a 1v1, eventually every battle will basically become 6v6. Oh god, these sounds are very loud. Might have to try and adjust the audio. Oh, I didn't mean provoke. Thankfully, this thing is like a healer monster, so it can't really do much to us. When you win a battle, you get a bunch of different resources. These 5 things at the bottom of the status screen here. I want to say it's like... It's either sulfur or brimstone, crystals, granite, power, and then I don't remember what the middle one is. Juice, let's say it's juice. When you beat an enemy, you get its mana, and that lets you summon it eventually, once you get enough mana. Let me see if I can change the sound volume. Oh yeah, that needs to be like... There we go. Alright, so since we beat the Unicorn Vivifier, we can now summon it. So every monster in the game has a trait. And every trait is unique. The stats are kind of a guideline onto how it's going to grow. So for example, this thing has pretty decent attack and speed, not very much intelligence and defense, pretty good health. And every time this thing attacks, it resurrects a random ally with 50% of its current HP. Wow. You can't... I don't remember if you can actually name them. Our Asura Heart Ripper has a trait where it deals double critical damage. And you might notice at the bottom it says traits 1 out of 1. That's a surprise mechanic that'll help us later. There's a bunch of stuff here, but we can't really affect them. Also, a lot like Pokemon, every monster has its own kind of, I don't know, nature, I guess would be the way to call it. So in this case, our specific Asura Heart Ripper has lower health and higher defense. And our Unicorn Vivifier has lower health and higher attack. Bro, are you roasting my Asura? Don't roast my Asura, please. He literally came out of the oven. He just popped out a second ago. But yeah, you can always make more, and you can change their traits as well, and their abilities and stuff, so don't stress too much. I don't think there's very much in this game that is permanent, aside from, like, story progression. But right now we can't summon anything else, because all we have done is fought a single Unicorn Vivifier. Talk to Nort. This is basically just where you go to store your monsters after you have too many, because you can only have 6 in a party. So eventually you'll want to set up teams and stuff. You can do that here, change your lead creature, whatever you want. Alright. Let's start with Blacksmith, that's a little more straightforward. So artifacts are basically equipment. Can you name them there? I don't remember if you could name them or not. Every artifact in the game has its own stat. So, helmets are for health, swords are for attack, staffs for intelligence, shield is for defense, and then boots are for speed. There is no, like, tiers of equipment. There's no, like, you know, iron helmet, steel helmet, gold helmet, etc., etc. It's just a helmet that you upgrade over and over until you eventually will hit a cap. So, let's start by making a sword for our Asura Night Ripper, or whatever it's called. And it gives plus 10% attack. Eventually, as you upgrade them, they get sockets and stuff and additional things that you can put in to change their abilities, but right now, it is just level 1, so all it does is give attack power. So we can upgrade it. This costs the materials that you find after you do battles and explore the areas and stuff, so this is Brimstone. We can't do more than 3 right now. As you upgrade them, it increases the base bonus that the artifact gives, so it's now going to be, I think, 12 or 13. And then we can put some jewels into our sockets now. So let's go ahead and socket that. Every monster, I believe, is... I think it's 1 piece of gear per monster. They call them artifacts, but yeah, I think it's just 1. You can do a lot with them, though, don't worry. So let's go ahead and socket it now. We have an empty slot. And we can socket in our red ambers for attack power. So this is now 24% attack. Already equipped it, so we don't need to do that. Oh, do I have to actually do that, though? Hang on. Quest complete! Wow, I did it. But this is really basic right now. Eventually you get lots more options, like you can turn on special abilities, you can get entire traits socketed into your gear. There's also, there's a ton of mechanics. Right now we're just getting started. Spell gems. Your creatures don't natively have spells that they cast, with some exceptions. You have to make a gem. And I believe every creature can equip 3 gems, up to 3 gems, for spells. You can eventually get more spells. Right now you just start with these, and I want to say that it's based on your starting creature. So each spell has a certain amount of charges. I believe charges refill once you go through a floor, basically. Like every... There's no, like, one big dungeon. This is kind of, like, divided into a bunch of little mini-realms, basically, that are randomly generated. So let's see here. Enemies afflicted with random debuff, Shelton attack. Takes moderate amount of damage. I guess this is just make rend. So since our Asura Heartripper is a chaos creature, it can only equip chaos gems. So we can't give this like a healing spell, for example. You can also upgrade your gems to give them additional effects and properties and stuff. Inscriptions are new spells, but for now this is all we got to worry about. I think if we try and make... Yeah, here we go. So now we have the options to make all color spells. So make sure that you're making a spell for a monster that you do have, because right now we currently have our Unicorn Vivifier, which is a life creature. We can't give this like antidote or anything. It has to be light elemental. So we can give it Chastise, Holy Bulwark, Minor Healing, Poison... Or actually, no, not Poison Arrow. I think that's it. Yeah, these ones we can't do. So there's a lot of options you can do, but right now we're pretty limited. So how many crystals does it cost? Might just throw in Minor Healing. There's a ton of other stuff we can't touch yet, but eventually we'll get there. But for right now, we're just going to worry about basic shit. Yeah, there are ways to get around, like, the basic limitations. Also, again, I hope you liked achievements, because this game has a lot of them. Right, I gotta talk to the dude. Anyways, time for some story stuff, blah blah blah. Time to wake up from my controlling demon castle to go drink some milk. Did you find the orb? Oh, we found the orb. We're here for the gameplay, not the story. Also, this has, like, weekly bonuses, kind of like almost Dissidia. I don't remember if we can do any of this stuff yet. You can eventually customize, like, your character sprite, change your appearance if you want to do transmogs. Oh, there it is, rename character and creature. Change specialization. Right now we're limited because we're still on the beginner tutorial stuff, but eventually we'll get there. And then this is just, you know, who supported the game while it was in development, blah, blah, blah. Maybe your name's in here if you're watching this, I don't know. Also, I guess I could talk about my character stuff as well. So every character has their own set of perks. Hell Knights have these perks. They cost perk points, which you get basically for progressing through the game. You can eventually get every perk, I believe. I don't think you can, I don't think you're limited. But obviously you want to try and focus on stuff you want at the beginning, so... Let's say, for example, you don't want to focus on the Savage buff, you don't really have to worry about getting this perk at the beginning. But then if you get this one, your creatures always have Splashing and Savage. Splashing deals bonus damage to adjacent enemies, and then Savage is independent chance to deal additional critical hits. Yeah, like, all your perk points are independent of your class level, so you won't have to worry about respecking if you want to try a different class or specialization, whatever. Let's just jump in. So a lot like the item world from Disgaea, this game has basically floors that you go down and you can kind of pick your difficulty. Right now we haven't gone in, so we're just level 1. level, like every realm in the game basically has a quest that prevents you from just beelining directly to the exit. So in this case, we have to find the altar. Oh hey, there's the altar, we did it. Every realm has a god that presides over it. You gain favor with the gods to get a bunch of different bonuses that are specific to that realm, on top of unlocking god-exclusive monsters and perks and stuff. But basically, your storyline is going to be you go around and meet a bunch of gods and unlock perks and stuff. So this is the beginning tutorial, so it's a super easy quest. Every time you finish a realm quest, which allows you to exit the realm, you get some favor with the god, and you increase your fortune, which is basically the multiplier that rewards you for not dying. Dying in this game doesn't really matter, it just sends you back to your castle. There's no, like, loss of progress. So they kind of need a mechanic to kind of encourage you from throwing yourself at enemies over and over, and this is how they do it. Fortune is just a multiplier on everything you get. So as you go through the story, you get some perk points. This is what you use, what I just explained earlier, where you put in points to unlock abilities, passives and stuff. There's a billion different currencies in this game. Essence. Essence is what the bottle is. And then once you finish realm quests, you can go down to the next area, or you can go back to the castle. Pretty much everything in this game can be interacted with on fields. Like if you see a little rock or whatever, you can break it. A lot of them don't do anything, but some of them do give you bonuses. So for example, that's materials. Breaking that gives us some favor. This pan flute lets us summon enemies to fight. And there's also roaming enemies that let you just, you know... It's an RPG, you know the concept of getting into a fight. So now we have access to all of our other stuff, so you can program macros. Basically, you can set it up so that your monster runs down a series of criteria. So for example, you could say, if my monster isn't currently buffed, give it a buff, or you could check on enemy HP, find whichever one's the strongest, etc., etc. This game doesn't really hide anything from you. You can always look up information about enemies, so you can look up enemies and say, okay, this is an ebony ent, it has a trait where every enemy creature will have mending, and it'll tell you if it needs to. So for example, mending gives you just regen at the start of your turn, basically. So every creature on the enemy team will have regeneration. And the nice thing is, any enemy that you do fight, you can get on your own team as well. So if you ever see something that seems, damn, that's cool, I want that, you can get it. See that mountain? You can go there. Let's try Rend. 39 damage. Right now we can't see enemy HP, but eventually as you beat enemies, you get information about them. Yeah, you're always encouraged to experiment and just kind of like try stuff. There's no penalty, really. So here we go. As you upgrade stuff, you can get tricks. So in this case, once you level up an artifact enough, you can make it so that enemies get feared when you attack them, either with regular attacks or spells. That's a god emblem, which you use for currency. That tastes like dirt. I don't remember if you get favor for doing these little pan flute fights. Let's try it. How much damage do I do with a regular attack? 30. So Rend isn't super high damage right now. But yeah, our Vivifier is not really an attacker. It gets a bonus for attacking when you know, revive your friends, but you don't actually get anything for attacking too much with it. Yeah, this game is legit really nice. Also, I don't know why there's that, like... Oh, you know what this probably is? This is probably like a scaling thing. I wonder if I, like, bump the window a little bit, if I can get it to... There we go. You can make this window as big or as small as you want, and it'll scale up automatically, so... So right now, we cleared the realm quest. We can just immediately leave if we want to, but it's worth exploring and grabbing, you know, all the goodies and stuff. One thing I would recommend is going into the options. Turbo mode's nice because it lets you speed through animations and stuff, because you will eventually be seeing a lot of animations. You can also double movement speed, which I prefer having double movement speed. Some of the realms get pretty big. You can turn off movement sounds and stuff. You can also have options for auto-interact with objects. I would recommend turning this on, because otherwise you're constantly just mashing X to break trees and stuff all the time. It's a little much. Wouldn't really recommend it, so I would turn that on. Anyways, Terravulpus. Again, right now it's early on, but you will eventually be fighting 6v6s all the time. So this creature's trait is more focused around spell casting. Basically, you have a chance to just cast spells for free. But for now, we just kind of bop a bunch of creatures. And yeah, every time you fight an enemy, you get some knowledge about them, which lets you eventually see like their HP bars and stuff. Creatures start battles with 3 stacks of dire wolves. After this minion's master attacks, each dire wolf deals damage to target equal to 30% of its speed, maximum of 5 stacks. Okay. Not going to change our strategy too much, but still. Ah, there we go. It's telling us about the knowledge points now. Sometimes you'll get buffs, like I just destroyed that mushroom, so we get agile for the rest of this floor now. I don't know if it tells you your buffs here. Let me see. What would it be? Is it perks? No. Oh, I guess I could spend my perk points. So let's think about what we want to take here. Enduring Rage is nice, it's just a bonus attack, but it does cost 100 points. Can't be dodged. Critical attacks deal more damage. Enemies cannot provoke. Take less damage and spells. Take less damage from attacks and spells for every percentage of health they're missing. A lot of these are pretty expensive, actually. Creatures deal more damage with attacks. That's pretty simple. I'll probably just end up grabbing those. Immune to Scorn. When your creatures cast a spell, percentage of their attack is added to their intelligence to determine the amount of damage dealt. Start a battle. The first creature in your party casts Firestorm. Enemies take a moderate amount of damage or are afflicted with burning. Creatures always have Splashing Savage. Those are too expensive. After your creatures attack, they have a chance to cast Flame Strike. So this one is not based on your spell gems. This just means your creatures can sometimes cast Flame Strike for free. And the number of enemies that are burning at the moment will multiply the amount of times that you cast it. After your creatures attack, they have a chance to inflict target with a random debuff. Okay. I think I'll just take the simple more damage with attacks. You can respec these at any point as well. Oh, here we go. So yeah, we currently have the Agile buff. These last for the rest of the realm, so it can be worth grabbing a couple buffs and just cleaning out an entire realm. Bard Balladeer. Your creature's attacks deal 50% of their damage using speed instead of attack. Kind of rough, I think, for our team, because we probably want to just focus on regular attacks. If you, in this realm, if you eat too many things, you barf, and then you find granite in the barf, don't think about it too much. Just interact with everything, basically, is the short answer. Chance to afflict enemies with disarms. A lot of these we're not going to be able to use until we go to the blacksmith. Tricky thing is some of these are not actually like things you can interact with. This is actually a piece of terrain, so you can't break that. Firewood. Okay, so now we can cast, or we can make drain life gems. Just keep on stabbing. Actually, I think we can use the firewood to trade with these guys. Yeah, so some things you do need to get a prerequisite item to get a reward from. In this case, these nomads, they want some firewood from you. So if you have some firewood, you give it to them and they give you a lot of goodies. Crystal Granite Whetstone Essence. You can also turn off the loot confirmation screen if you don't want to see the pop-up every single time. If it's your first time playing the game, I would recommend keeping this on. Just to, you can kind of see what these do. Like, these are all just currencies, but eventually you'll get a ton of items that you won't necessarily know what they do. Destroyed. You can all just destroy chests you've already opened if you want to. Purple Amber. So that one's an intelligence booster stat. Or gem, I guess. Let's go in the little cave. Sometimes you'll find, like, mini-bosses in these little areas. Just keep you know, running the course here. Doing these little bonus zones will get you favor. Okay, so this case we got favor level 1 now. Every time we barf, we're gonna get more goodies from it. We got some knowledge about unicorn vivifiers, get some goodies about red amber, we got some bard balladeer knowledge. Just functionally, unless you have a specific objective in mind, it's usually worth it to grab stuff. Ah, here we go, we can enchant properties on spell gems too. So this one, if you attach it to a spell gem, it gains the magnetic property, which makes it better for every creature in the party that has that same gem equipped. Oh, I barfed. I barfed and got more crystals, hell yeah. You'll very quickly learn to tune out the you have a billion notifications thing at the bottom, because you're always going to have notifications. So in this case, destroying those bear traps gets us some god favor. It's worth grabbing those. Chaos spheres. Spell gems are sealed for the rest of the battle. And this is the teleportation shrine. This is how you leave the realm. But right now I'm going to explore a little bit more. I'm going to fight you. What's your deal? Centaur Ranger. When this creature attacks, it attacks an additional number of times equal to the number of spells your creatures have cast since it last attacked. If you cast a lot and you throw this guy in your party, you can get a lot of regular attacks out. Have I gotten here yet? I have not. Terror Hound. Oh no. My Heart Ripper. Also, your creatures fully recover after every fight. The only thing they don't get back is spell gem charges. That has to be... you have to leave the realm to recover those. So don't stress about, like, having a creature die or whatever, because it just comes back for free afterwards. At these god statues, you can donate to the god to get additional favor in that realm. I'm going to give some crystals, get some favor. And as you gain favor with gods, you can get more goodies. So in this case, we can get some mana for Eft Howlers specifically. And this costs emblems. This isn't like money. Well, it's money, but it's specific god money. It's like regular money, but fun. So this one you can only spend for this god, obviously. You will find other emblems eventually. And as you gain favor, the shop options open up. As you level up your god favor, you can see what blessings you've gotten. So right now it's just you get better rewards from your barf squash. But eventually you'll get stuff like more rewards from regular fights, additional chests in the realm, that kind of stuff. Yeah, this game has, like, Disgaea levels of progression. I would say even more, honestly. I think we're mostly done with this realm now, yeah. There's also a map in case you want to look around. Yeah, we just gotta go down here and then we're done with this realm completely, but if you know where the exit is, it can sometimes just be worth it to leave. Or we could get more Terror Hound knowledge. Why is my unicorn dude doing so much damage all of a sudden? I feel like my Asura is doing less damage, that's weird. I didn't... And this guy even has the sword. Oh, right, the weaknesses. I forgot about that, yeah. I kind of optimized my party on my main file that I don't even have to think about weaknesses. Everything is just on fire and melts. So we could just go right to the next realm if we wanted to. So, like, you can choose if you want to stay on the current realm depth or increase it. For now, we're going to go back to the castle, to Siralim. We have to go to Realm Depth 3, but we're going to go back and see what we can summon here. So now that we fought all these dudes, we can summon them if we want to. Enemies can only attack once at a time. Results have Mending, take less damage. I might as well just fill out my team. Now this does cost Essence, but You probably shouldn't be too strapped for essence unless you're summoning absolutely everything that you find. Let's get a Terror Hound. Exiled Satyr. Centaur Ranger. And that's a full squad. Let's go ahead and make some artifacts too. Actually, I could... No, I can't upgrade it. Right. Let's see. Get some upgrades for that guy, because then we get the trick slot. So now we can put some bonuses on our additional slot here. We can just boost... Well, actually, no, we can't do this one because we need 3 of these gems to deal more damage with attacks. Increased chance to dodge. Okay, we can't actually do any of these because we need 3 of these gems minimum, so we don't have enough. Yeah, we can get stuff like afflicting enemies with statuses, increase our stats, give our creatures buffs. Let's make another artifact, though. I'm gonna do a shield to throw on our Ent dude. Get some upgrades on that. I don't want to spend all my resources, but you will want to eventually get your entire party loaded up. Do I have enough gems, actually? There's also different types of stat gems, like there's a split that gives you less health and speed than a dedicated health or speed gem. So if you have a creature that uses multiple stats, you can do that instead. Yeah, all we can do is attack. Yeah, might as well. This guy's a reckless nature, so he actually has less health and more attack, which is kind of weird, but you can change those. Equip the shield that we just got. Yeah, we'll need to make all this stuff eventually, but for now we don't have to worry too much. Just gain leeching. Also, in case you're ever wondering, like, what are all these buffs, what does this mean, there's a reference list. They can see all this stuff. Leeching. Recover health equal to 24% of the damage they deal. So if you're ever unsure, there's even weird stuff like Microbots, Lucifer. These are minions, I believe. Yeah, these are all minions, the yellow statuses. Reds are debuffs, yellows are minions, and then greens are buffs. These I don't think we have to worry about for now. And then Blessing of the Gods, you can see all the god bonuses you have. Currently, we only have the one god. But eventually, as you get more, you can see all their listings here. There's also Bestiary if you want to see all the monsters in the game. There are 1,200 monsters, so a little more than Pokemon. Getting there. Pokemon's getting up there, though. I don't remember if we get to use these yet. Okay, here we go. Check for mail. Sometimes they'll do, like, promo codes. I guess that's probably a list somewhere, but I haven't looked it up. Here's where you can... I don't know, we already looked at that, and this is just the Discord tome again. Or not the Discord tome, the Patreon tome. Basically, the template will be... You do 3 floors in a specific realm, and then you move on to the next one. So this one we have to find creatures that are trying to live peaceful lives in their caves and kill them. Alright, seems easy enough. Donate some crystals, get some favor. Whack. Work. Oh god, all these creatures are so weak. Yeah, now that we have our Ent, we have our little passive healing bonus, which is pretty nice. Oh, damn, a lot of favor. Crystal Barf. Might as well grab the reward, actually. Slate of Leeching. Okay, because that's to apply leeching to your creatures. Agate, more charges on spell gems. Yeah, my attacks right now outside of my Asura Heart Ripper are not the best. But we'll get there. Oh, don't worry, I'm already aware of turbo mode. On my main file, I actually have so many effects going off that I just had to basically turn off everything, because otherwise some battles would legit take like 30 seconds before something actually happened, because everything would just be taking a billion ticks of fire damage. There we go, rank 2, so more resources from every battle now. Nice. Keep in mind, these bonuses are realm specific, so once we will move on to the next realm, we cannot have, we don't get that bonus until we level up that in God's favor. Into our Ranger again, we know what this guy's deal is, so we're just gonna stab him a bunch. It's very early on, so our stats are pretty damn low. We probably just need to get a couple levels here and there. Basically something similar to turn 0 Pyro, yeah. Alright, nice. So we finished this realm quest, so we get more perk points. You cannot farm perk points, you'll eventually get them all. They're just kind of given to you as you progress the story. Old build revolving around your guys dying, which give everybody stats. Yeah. There's a billion different ways to play this game. This is the fortune mechanic I was talking about earlier. Just try not to die and you'll get bonus goodies. Firewood. I'm barfing a lot. I think there's also, I think you can eventually unlock favor bonuses that will give you stuff for just breaking things that don't normally give you resources. Well, the thing is, the Screw It Given Everything School of Balance, you still have to build your party around your perks. It's not just like, oh, I got everything, I'm invincible now. Like, you still have to... There are a ton of mechanics that we haven't even come close to touching yet. Like, I could very briefly pop into my other file and kind of show that stuff off, but for now I'll just stick to this. One of these guys. Smack. Probably look into some options for spellcasting too, because now that I have the Centaur dude on my team, he gets bonus attacks for every spell that we cast. I could also put some perk points in. Like, all this stuff we're not even close to touching these yet. Mastery, bounties, I think that's mostly post-game stuff. Let's see, what else can we get? Could just do more Executioner. Keep it simple. Critical attacks deal more damage. There's also Blazing Soul. Pyromania could be nice too. After your creature's attack, they have a % chance to cast Flame Strike, so that counts as a cast for our Centaur. Although we're only going to get 2% at base with the points we have right now. Maybe I'll just do basic attack power for now. Get 10%. Again, you can change this. You're never locked in permanently. Plate of barriers. Get some ambers. Toot on my little pan pipe. I believe the next floor is going to be a boss realm, like a story realm, so it's specifically just going to be a boss fight and that's it. This game looks dope. This game is dope. This is basically, what if we had Dragon Quest monsters, but like the depth of games like Disgaea in terms of character customization options? Apocrynops. Health and speed gems. I think that's... yeah, we're done. The nice thing is the map also tells you how many enemies are in the area, so once you have cleared them all out, if you just want like enemy knowledge or whatever, you can leave. Let's just try going straight to 3, see how we do. Go tread with caution, Splatoon. Yeah, you can also see like loot items and stuff. You can inspect creatures, already showed that off. Roar. Alright, let's see. So Kichi has an effect that causes all of our creatures to start with bleeding. So we're going to take damage equal to our current health, 30%, but then we also have mending, so we recover that. I'm not sure what the order is for that, actually. I don't know if buffs or debuffs go off first. We'll find out soon, I guess. Crunch. Oh no. Mark. The thing is, the healing ticks only go off when your turn comes up. So it's not like you get a heal every time one of your creatures attacks. It's not that busted. Oh no, my Asura dude. I needed him. I'm just gonna try swinging in here, see how we do, but... oh, nice. Right, I forgot we have the Unicorn Vivifier. Because every time they attack, we get a random ally back with half of its health. So as long as that thing doesn't die functionally, we can just keep attacking and come back. It is a damn good ability. Damn, a lot of experience for that boss. And 50 perk points. I think it's like 10, 10, and 50, generally. He did it. He does it. Kind of debating if I want to just try and save up for, like, I don't know, Enduring Rage to get the double attack. Magma Diver and Massacre would also be kind of fucked up. Oh yeah, that's the thing, like, the only condition, you'll get very good at determining how stuff works in this game because it is very clear about how the scenarios are and which abilities will work. So for example, this thing, the only thing it says for the trait, after this creature attacks. It doesn't say after this creature attacks an enemy, it's just whenever it attacks. And if you find a way to get this thing to attack multiple times, you can make it resurrect multiple enemies. Or multiple allies, I should say. Not enemies, that'd be bad. Or maybe that's good. Maybe there's a build that's based around resurrecting enemies. I don't fucking know. The ultimate nether orb. Oh, I already played the shit out of this game. I'm in the post game on my main file, but I thought I would start a new one to kind of show it off, because this is a really cool game that I think more people should play. I like to show off lesser-known games like this and Ass Libra Revision, which you should play. Let's see, what can we summon here? Anything else I want to change? No, we don't have a ton of new stuff yet. You have 900 hours in this game? I feel like you played this game before. For some reason, I don't know why. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to just save my perk points until I get to Enduring Rage or something. Because having double attacks would be quite nice. Anyways, again, like I said, most of this game is just kind of... You do 3 floors in a realm to kind of introduce yourself to that area and that specific god. Does this have more or less systems than Ass Libra Revision? That's a good question. Probably more. I think more. Let's make some more artifacts here. Question is, what do I want to give to my creatures? Like, who else would be good for attacking? Honestly, like, my Vivifier and my Heart Ripper have the same attack stat, because the Vivifier has the attack up nature. I might just make it like another sword. So you get to equip that. Go ahead and upgrade that a little bit. The other nice thing is that as you upgrade a weapon, it also upgrades the bonus that you get from every single slot. So if I upgrade this sword, for example, all the gems that I put in go up. If they can go up, that is. Eventually you will hit a cap. You can't just, you know, keep leveling this up to 1 billion, because that'd be kind of messed up. Yeah, 10 is the current cap, but we can upgrade our blacksmiths eventually. Do all that stuff. Let's just upgrade these a bunch. Let's make something else here. Did I just make a bunch of swords? I don't think I just make a bunch of swords. Let me actually throw something in here. I can't do that one. Health and intelligence. The only one I can do is health and speed. Let's hold off on those gems for now then. Let's upgrade the sword a little more. There we go. I'll give you this gem, or this artifact I should say. Speaking of gems, I should probably look into spell gems now. Let's see, I have Chaos, Life, Nature, Death. I have a lot of nature creatures. I guess the first realm has mostly nature stuff. Because again, this guy's trait is you attack an additional number of times equal to the number of spells your creature have cast since it last attacked, so... You cast a lot of spells, you get a lot of attacks out of this guy. Let's sort these by class. Antidote, Constriction, Poison, Arrow. This is actually based on speed and not intelligence. Maybe I'll do that. Make a Poison Arrow gem. Weak and Snared. I don't think you can really get back spell gem charges this early in the game. Yeah, maybe I'll make a couple poison arrows. Let's throw one on... Because this is based on speed, so this would be good on you. This guy actually has a lot of speed. It'd probably be pretty good to have poison arrow on you. Oops. I'll just throw that there for now, I guess. Actually, how does this trait work again? Okay, it is specifically when it attacks, so I can't cast a spell and have all the extra stuff come out. Yeah, I think we're good for now. Currencies. You like numbers? We got numbers. We got currencies. Anyways, let's go to New Realm. Buy a 0, buy a 0, buy a 0. Yeah, I think after we finish this realm, we'll have enough for the double attack perk, so let's go for that. Oh, also, I should probably, I think there's a way... Yeah, here we go. So there are macros and there's strategy. Strategy is just which option your creature will default to. So if you want, for example, to always have... let's say I always want this guy to cast Poison Arrow, for example. You set it to cast, and you set Poison Arrow in the first slot, and then you can always have that go off. Otherwise, what you can do is you can just program a macro. And there's a lot of conditionals you can do here. So for example, let's say, I don't know, you can pick specifically enemies in slots, or you can pick all enemies or any enemies. So we can say if this creature has blah blah blah, just whatever. There are a lot of conditionals that you can do when programming macros, so you can get pretty in-depth. But for now, I think we're good. Just do basic stuff. Basic stuff. They added an and conditional. Oh, neat. Granite Golem. Let's see. This creature's extra defense equal to 50% of the creature's defense adjacent to it. Okay. Creature deals additional damage with attacks and spells equal to its current health minus target's current health. Creature always has mending and leeching, receives 100% more healing from all sources. Okay. What if I just hit you really hard, though? I'm gonna make sure I don't know if I have that guy set up to always cast. Okay, we do. How much damage is Poison Arrow? Not much. We get the poison at least, but it's still not great. Emeralds. Eventually, you will kind of like mentally filter out the stuff you don't need to know about. So like here, you just know, oh, shiny amber, I don't need to even look at the screen. And eventually, you can just turn off the option to display loot screens if you don't want to have that. Where is it? Here we go. So you can have it show only rare items, or only show, like, really rare items. Because eventually you'll know what a brimstone does. You don't need it to tell you every single time you find a brimstone. Because, yeah, most of these are just going to be currencies and stuff, so you'll just see, ah, I got a Blood Crusader Knowledge Tablet, or I got some Murky Amber. That's right. Firewood. Soulstones. Yeah, there's a lot of goofy stuff like this one, chance to be resurrected, based on the number of creatures of the same class. Also, the way that combat works in this game is that I don't believe there's any kind of, like, ambush outside of like maybe special effects, like statuses have those. Just anytime it bumps into a creature, like any member of your party that starts a fight. Also, the game just warning you, hey, sometimes there will be a lot of special effects going off. It's cool, don't worry about it. Any more firewood? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I can customize my castle. Also, we just got the firewood, so we'll drop that off. Blade of Taunting. Also, a Heart Ripper knowledge. Ooh. After your creatures are healed, they gain a random buff. Ah. So you can kind of see the creature traits. Ideas maybe starting to form in your head if you've never played this game before. Where you think, oh, wait a minute, that trait goes off whenever you get healed. But I already have a creature with a trait that just gives us mending every turn for free. So every time their turn comes up, they get a random buff. And it's stuff like that where you kind of... You have to figure out the most optimal way to completely make your party busted. Because this game lets you do a lot. What's your deal again? When this creature attacks, it deals additional damage equal to 100% of the damage it took since it last attacked. That could be nice for like a tank creature on attack build. Work. Poison Arrow's not really doing a whole lot though. Silencing. These are all like artifact sockets. But yeah, spell gem charges will recover between realms, so you're never going to like permanently run out and have to make new spell gems, thankfully. Excuse me. Is this the... No, I don't think that's the Pyro starter. I don't remember what the Pyro starter is again. The literal fire starter. Ifrit. That sounds correct. This is my favorite class. I haven't really played around with a ton of them. I really just kind of did Pyromancer for the most part, and that has been treating me pretty alright. I think I'm at like depth 160 around there. And my creatures are like level 500 and change, and they're handling level 1200 enemies, no problem. Buy a zero, buy a zero, buy a zero. Oh, treasure map. Sometimes you'll find treasure maps, which lets you get a goodie. Like when you find the map, you go find the treasure in a realm. It's not like a consumable or anything like that. You just step on top of it and then you have a random treasure unlocked on the map somewhere. Actually, the mummy, I think, was one of the other class starters. Deal 75% more damage afflict cursed. Bonus treasure from tombs. Nice. I apologize to everybody who is suffering through me ignoring the notification thing at the bottom of the screen. Forgot to donate. There it is. Treasure wards are usually pretty good, although we're still very early on, so... Right now there's not a lot going on. I didn't even look at that pump drill. I don't remember that did. Cold Slam Yeti! After this creature provokes, each enemy has a 50% chance to be afflicted with Frozen. Please don't provoke. There's also ways to modify the difficulty to give you more rewards, because eventually you'll get to a point where regular enemies just can't really touch you. There are mechanics that the enemies don't use by default, but you can allow them to use all of your mechanics, basically to give you a bonus, but at the cost of making fights harder. Gems of Elder Dragon's Call. A target takes a large amount of damage, and all other enemies take 30% of this damage. Interesting. Bright Amber. Snowman destroyed. I believe this game is also available on phones, so if you want to play this on mobile, it's an option. Yeah, my dudes are kind of fragging out here. I say this right now, even though I'm sure I'm going to run into a boss fight that completely stonewalls me. The nice thing is that, like, eventually, through the main story, if you've never played this game before, you'll probably run into something that'll require you to kind of reevaluate your team and think about building something new. I'll just keep on pushing forward for now, though. Because, like, people, like, enemies will have mechanics that counter your abilities. Yeah, can you see how many achievements are popping up literally every time I do anything in this game? Oh, I got some achievements! Wow, can't wait to get 200 more in the next 5 seconds. Oh, I can make a little painting in my castle. Oh right, I wanted to change my carpet. I got 1 sec, I'll go back after this one before we go fight the boss. So actually now you can see, since we fought enough Blood Crusaders, we have access to their health bar now. Like, we can see how much health they have. Oh, Renegade. This is a Realm Quest objective. Nice. Most of the favor rewards start off identical, and then they start to branch out. There are some specific realm mechanics that don't exist in other ones. Ooh, a box. And a new floor? Hell yeah. I didn't even care that I got a new inscription. I got a new floor. Get my reward. Yeah, I think I might actually just turn off the, what's it called? I'll change it to normal because I don't need to see every time I pick up some brimstone. Plus it still shows up as a little pop-up when you run over it, it just doesn't bring up an entire loot screen. Slate of splashing, so yeah, now you look in the bottom left corner. Most common items will show up there. Damn, this guy has too much defense. I should probably be attacking the side guys, or I could just keep swinging because I'm obstinate as hell. Whack. Yeah, so now he's getting bonus attacks. Still not a ton, though. We don't have, like, a caster-focused team. Early on, there aren't a ton of options for team building, but eventually you get more and more as you fight more monsters. Also, I'm so happy this game doesn't have a mechanic where you, like, have to specifically try and catch the monsters or commune with them or whatever. Like, it's literally just, once you kill them enough, you can summon them for yourself. That's it. That's how you catch them. Kill them. Deep Amber. Blade of Resistance. Dire Wolves are not really doing much, but we're not spec'd for like a minion build right now. Dumplings are special. Dumplings are this game's metal slime, basically. Also, we're gonna have to actually fight 6v6s soon. Did you have to extract their souls in Siralim 3? Ew. Ew. No thanks, I just want to kick their ass and have them. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's also, like, equipment loadouts and stuff. Because eventually you'll get a lot of creatures and a lot of items and stuff. And you're not going to want to juggle them all. Bark. Well, that's the thing, like, any kind of monster tamer game or whatever, where you have to specifically stop and take time to catch, like, that shit is so annoying in Pokemon. I'm so over it at this point. Like, I can't tell you how obnoxious it is to, you know, finally find something you've been looking for, and then hope you have enough Pokeballs or whatever to catch it, and also that it just decides to be caught even though you've done all the required things like weakening and giving status downs and all that. Or yeah, oops, I accidentally did a critical, it's dead now. Because Pokemon only has, like, what, False Swipe? Specifically for catching Pokemon. There might be another type of move like that, but yeah. Build a macro that says if anyone has less than 99 extractions. Ugh. Ugh. No thanks. I'm officially pressing the M over 30 button. What else are we gonna do here? One more enemy on this map. There we go. Or yeah, you finally find a shiny and then oops, you accidentally killed it because all of your Pokemon would atomize it if they looked at it wrong, and that's the only way you can weaken it. I still have yet to find a shiny in Pokemon that isn't, like, guaranteed, like the Gyarados or whatever. Anyways, we're gonna customize the castle now. Actually, can I customize it yet? I don't know if I have that option. I might not be able to do that yet. Because eventually you gain the option to customize, like this isn't the entire home base. As you get through the game, you unlock more and more abilities and stuff. It's in the menu. Oh, here we go, decoration mode. I can't use it yet. Never mind, I can't. You lied to me. Banned from my chat forever, Freighter5. How dare you? Yeah, one more boss fight and we'll have enough perk points to get the double attack. Actually, let me look at my summon options. We got some more now. Additional damage with attacks and spells equal to current health minus target's current health. Extra defense. Actually, dealing 75% more damage, just inflicting curse could be alright. Problem with Centaur Ranger, you gotta build around spells. Bard Balladeer, you want to build a team around like speed creatures rather than specifically attack. Yeah, I think I'll get the mummy. I'm gonna nuke mummy. We gotta bench somebody. Let's put... Like, the Terror Hound is doing decent damage, it's just Dire Wolves is not really helping me too much. Who do I want to bench? Maybe we'll put the Satyr in the box for now. Oh. I believe there's also a way to level up creatures. Also, you can just take all the artifacts that aren't on your current party if you want. Do I unlock the leveling stuff later on? That might be the case. Because obviously when you summon a new creature, it's going to be level 1, so it'll be useless once you get later on in the game, but you can unlock an ability that allows you to just level up creatures for free up to your current maximum level, which is really nice. This game is really well designed. We'll get there eventually. I'm gonna make another sword. I think it's sword o'clock. Beep beep. Babe, wake up. It's 10 AM, time to make a sword. Actually, can I socket anything yet? That I have in my Asura Heart Ripper. I could put another stat bonus. Like attack and speed or something. Health and speed, maybe. I do attack and defense. Let's do that. So yeah, this one only gives you 12%, but it is to both stats. And then, do I want to do any Joker's Trick? More damage to, less damage from Chaos. Chaos. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Can you remove... I think you can. Yeah, here we go. Unsocket. Oh, fuck. I forgot it destroys the material, though. That was dumb. Oh, well. We'll get more. Mistakes were made, you're correct. Again, you're never, like, limited on these materials, you can always get more. I was trying to sort them. Here we go, quantity. Dodge chance, burning on damage. Chance to gain agile. Yeah, sure, brag away. Yeah, maybe I'll hold off on putting a gem in here for now. First person to find a 3-trait netherstone. I don't know if I'm that deep in the post-game yet. I don't remember what netherstones do. Chaos Spheres. How goes Siralim? I mean, I'm playing a game that I really enjoy, so it's going well. Finish Ass Libra, nice. Talking them to a fully upgraded artifact to give bonus stats, sometimes extra traits. I think I might have met. Actually, I could just load up my other character, my other thing here. Would it be save and restart, I guess? My Pyromancer is also named Bort. I'm not sure if any of these are... Oops. Netherstones or not. I believe these are fully upgraded artifacts. I think tier 50. That is one? Okay. Yeah, not entirely sure. Haven't played this since October, but I figured I wanted to kind of dig it out. The fuse tree, hell yeah. Alright, let's fight Myrtle. Let's fight the turtle. So Myrtle's deal is... After an enemy is killed, this creature gains 25% of their stats and recovers 35% HP. That would be bad. Even though we do have a recovery, we're still on a timer if we start losing creatures, so we don't want that to happen, ideally. Oh, I probably should have leveled up my mummy a little bit. We're basically fighting a 5v... I mean, it's still v3, but still. It's not good. Oh no. That was my Vivifier. I needed that. Might have to try this one again. Because Myrtle is getting stronger with every unit. Yeah, this is probably not going to end well. Unless my Asura Heartripper can kill in like 2 hits here. Good luck. Oh, plus she's regenerating too. Never mind, we're good. We're nice. We're nice. Mummy gets more levels than anybody else now because he's so goddamn weak. Never in doubt. Oh, you got the Apocalypse. Yeah, yeah. Get strong every turn. Yeah, that was really great on my part. I was very smart. Knowledge. And, you know, 50 perk points. More importantly, perk points. Character. Oh god, I'm so bad at menuing. Yeah, now we can get Enduring Rage, so all of our creatures will now attack twice. Most of the 100 point... I think all the 100 point perks actually just have the 1 level. Ah, here we go. Upgrade the castle. Okay, so we just unlocked projects. So this is how you upgrade your facilities and make new ones and stuff. Right now we just have Blacksmith and Enchanter. Eventually we'll get much more. Excuse me. Okay, we're almost at Fusion. Fusion is when shit really starts to open up. I think it's under... Here we go, yeah. So now we have projects, so we'll find specific items and realms. These don't appear unless you have that project active, so it's not like you have to go make 30 copper ingots or whatever, you just find them in realms. And then creature parts, you'll find these as well. Everybody's got swords. Alright, let's keep poking in. Let's go to the nuclear guy now. I'm the god of toxic waste. I think this boss coming up is the first time I kind of got stuck and had to really reevaluate my strategies. You're welcome. It's a good thing that all the gods are very polite. Every single one of them. Debilitate. Target loses access to the extra traits it gained during battle. Fire Salamander. Oh, dragons. When this creature deals damage, deals between 50% and 250% normal damage. Creature's attacks deal 75% more damage, inflict poison. Deals double damage to sorcery creatures, takes 65% less damage from them. Oh, that's mine. And then Fire Salamander, before your other creatures die, they cast a spell at random. I believe it also tells you if an enemy has like a... Yeah, it shows you if they have stuff equipped. So you can see this guy has Mass Taunt, this guy has Blitz Howl, this guy has Karmic Retribution, Morph Chaos, blah blah blah. Might be worth trying to kill this guy first then. Oh, double attacks. Oh, it's so beautiful. For the Toxic Waste realm, you turn knobs to turn off toxic waste, I guess. Anytime you see that, like bomb enemies, weak enemies, that means every enemy in this realm will start with a debuff. Chaos Rift. A lot of salamanders. This is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt because all of them are going to cast stuff before they die. Actually, I can kill the last salamander, I think would be good. The cool thing is, again, you can always inspect something to see what's going on. So this guy has the Savage buff, which means it gets extra chance for critical damage, but it's also been weakened, so it deals less damage because I got the passive stuff in the overworld on the map there. Why am I not killing the salamanders first? God. What am I doing? Bobby. Spectral Swords. There's another speed-based spell. Warhog. Not a warthog, warhog. You can destroy these, they don't do anything, though. Oh god, hang on, I gotta see something real quick. Okay, no. I saw the thing where, like, when lines are close together, they were shimmering, because I have the OBS preview open in my other window here. And I wasn't sure if it was actually showing up on stream, too, but it doesn't seem to be. Ooze! It's slime. It's got sword. After this creature is attacked, it afflicts enemies with disarm and steals one of their spell gems. What does disarm do again? I don't remember what... I think disarm is like you do less damage or something. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to swing in. Fragile Perfection. I think that gives them equal amounts of debuffs to buffs. Disarm as their artifact isn't counted? Okay. So not terrible, because we're still pretty early right now. Artifacts are just a little bit of extra stats. Yeah, Siralim Ultimate. I mean, all the Siralim games are cool, it's just this is the best one. because it's been refined the most and it has a lot of better quality of life things. Like, apparently you had to manually capture creature souls before, which kind of sucked. Whereas here it's just, you fight them, you get mana for fighting them, then you get to summon them once you get enough creature mana. Easy. Has the dev confirmed this is going to be the last one? Is this like Pokemon, but a Western RPG? This is closer to Dragon Quest Monsters, but it's got, like, aspects from Pokemon. Wants to work on other things? That's fair. What's your deal again? Oh god. Sometimes you'll get pre-turn effects, like pre-first turn effects that go off, which is kind of confusing. After your creatures provoke, they are killed, and your other creatures gain 20% of their attack, intelligence, defense, and speed. Also, we can see what that bomb thing does. At the start of a creature's turn, its bomb detonates, dealing damage to the creature equal to 80% of the afflictor's speed. Then this debuff is removed. I wonder how it applies. I think it's just based on the first creature in your party, like the first party slot. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here pressing the attack button because that's what my strategy is based around. Destroyed, destroyed, destroyed. Actually, let's do the little bonus cave. Best way I could describe this is Dragon Quest Monsters meets Pokemon meets Disgaea. Thank you, Unicorn Vivifier. Some nonsense bonus effects are going off here. Hey, you're getting a lot of buffs. Could you stop? I gotta kill these salamanders. They're casting spells on death. Or they're letting them cast spells on death, which sucks. There we go. This game has, like, approximately 10 billion different systems and mechanics to interact with, and the amount of team building and customization you can do is kind of bonkers. Ignis Fatus. Moderate amount of damage plus 20% more damage for each ethereal spell gem that it has. Probably gonna build around that one. Actually, how many perk points do I have? So I should get, I think, 60 more points in this realm, and then I probably want to go for, like, one of the big and other 100 cost ones. Yeah, it's a series, it's been around for a little bit, but I think this one is, if you just want to try one, this is definitely the one you want to play. This is kind of like the big send-off, apparently. But look at the achievements. 5,000 achievements. You get an achievement, like an actual Steam pop-up, when you get 8%, when you get 1% of the achievements in this game. Because that is legitimately an achievement. What was I gonna do? Alright, I want to check my, my perks. Probably do Magma Diver next, get Splashing and Savage. Then we're attacking twice and attacking multiple enemies. I want to touch the slime. I want to touch it. Crystal Spears. Takes moderate amount of damage, plus 20% of the caster's current HP. Terminate. Target is afflicted with snared and poisoned. Nice, I increased my favor, so I get more favor from turning valves. It's all coming up Millhouse. The game, like the main game, if you figure out a decent build, you can be done pretty quickly. I think I finished in like about 20 to 25 hours. So it's not like a super long if you just go for the main game, but the post game is where a lot of the meat is. much like Disgaea, once you beat the main game, you have finished the tutorial and you're actually into the potatoes. Ooh, creature parts. Alright, creature parts are from doing fights, so we'll need those to finish off our project. I think we're... Well, there's still 2 more enemies on this realm, apparently. Oh, I see this huge chunk over here. Little amber, brimstone, crunch, crunch, crunch. Yeah, I could not imagine playing this game without the option that just lets you break anything as soon as you touch it. The other nice thing is that, again, since there's no real penalty for dying aside from your fortune multiplier goes back down to 0, you're kind of encouraged to just play around, try different builds, try different strategies. Clink. Whenever you see a little number pop up, that usually means you got one of the 5 currencies, the 5 base currencies. Alright, let's move on. Next floor. The Defiled Trove. Cleanse the Cursed Treasure Chest. First I'll donate. There's no real reason not to donate to the god statues whenever you see them. It's just free favor for the most part. You'll always get tons of crystals. Unless you're absolutely struggling, you'll probably have more currency than what you know what to do with most of the time. Eternal Combustion. Takes a moderate amount of damage. When the target is killed by this spell, other enemies take a moderate amount of damage and are afflicted with burning. This would be really nice for Pyromancer. If you're, if you don't have a turn 0 Pyromancer build where everything dies before it gets to act. What's the Carver? You die first. Yeah, like that's one of the things I really like about this game is that there are so many different interactions between mechanics and stuff, but the game never really hides anything from you. So like if you see a Noxious Smog, it's always going to have this, it's always going to have this trait. It's always going to deal bonus damage and poison you when it hits you. But at the same time, you can use this to your advantage because you know, Noxious Smog, that's what it's going to do. Or if you have it on your team, if you decide, I want that trait, you just get to have it. You just get one for yourself. Easy. Get my Vivifier. Oh, does the Vivifier not get multiple revives on multiple attacks? Oh. That's lame. Chicken costume. Chicken costume. Remember when I said you customize your sprite? There's a lot of sprites in this game. Not the best costume, but definitely up there. I think my favorite is the business wizard that I have in my other file. Oh, I'm on fire. Use any costume you find as a decoration for any NPC in your castle. Or for an NPC. So I was gonna say, I don't remember being able to customize specific NPCs. It might just be the one. Hellforge, taunting and splashing. Beep. Honestly, this hold down attack strategy seems to be working pretty alright. Make decorations that are NPC. Oh, right. I forgot you can do, like, flavor NPCs if you want to. Bonus resources from battles. Witchcraft. Enemies with Cursed cast one of their single target damage spells on a random creature. I'm assuming that's on the enemy team and not your team, because that seems like it'd be kind of weird. Okay, here's the cursed chest. I want to check that trait real quick. Under stress, your creature has an independent 20% chance to dodge attacks, deal critical damage for each debuff they have. Oh, that's not great for me. They put in too many decorations, you corrupt the file. Hell yeah. Alright, Realm Quest complete. Of Grace Unending. Oh, this is a trait. This is a trait artifact slot. Creatures have 3% more stats other than health for each mythicant creature fighting on your side. I don't think I have any mythicant creatures available yet. I feel like that doesn't unlock until later. Wrath of Nature. Creatures gain moderate amount of attack. Love that guys get experience. This game just lets you level up creatures to your current level cap as soon as you make them. It's great. This game is absolutely like aware of the fact that you're going to be doing a lot of experimentation and leveling, and rather than waste your time doing a bunch of shit you've already done, it just saves your time. Yeah, one of the class archetypes is you kill your dudes to get buffs and stuff. Because there's so many different ways you can build your teams in this game. If you can think about a way to play the game, this game probably supports it, honestly. Like right now we got the real basic shit, but I can show off some of the classes on the other file. Smack. Yeah, getting that splashing ability would be real nice. That passive perk. Because the thing is, remember, your creatures are always the same. So, like, if I get an Asura Heart Ripper on a different class, it's going to be the same as the Asura Heart Ripper from my current class, from Dark Knight or Void Knight or whatever it's called. But it's your character perks that define how they interact with your abilities. Hell Knight, that's what it was. So, for example, it's going to attack twice because I have Enduring Rage, not because it's an Asura Hell Ripper, or whatever it's called. So there's a lot of freedom for team building. Scourge Death. Oh god, the Scourge spells, those are really fun. Well, specifically, not these Scourge spells, but there's an ability I found that casts a specific Scourge spell. And whenever you trigger a specific action, and I can make that action go off a lot. Oh, did you cast Kick? Did you just cast Kick on me? How dare. Holy Shock. Cast a number of times equal to the number of enemy creatures that belong to the target class. Honestly, I might just poke on through the next floor. Actually, no, let's upgrade some artifacts, because I think we don't have a full stock yet. Yeah, my dog still needs a sword. So yeah, you saw last time, I think we were down to like 10k brimstone. You can always get more resources if you need them, so they're there to be spent. Sword. Actually, let me see if I can put some gems in there too. Health and speed. I could do a raw attack gem here. Maybe do like attack and defense for the mummy, because his thing is specifically just like your attacks do even more damage, so like that's good. Gain repelling, gain protected, gain agile. What is agile again? Extra chance to dodge attacks. Could try and multi-target with, like, vulnerable or something. Not a huge chance, but it's something. Alright, let's give it a shot. Kill Lloyd. My frozen trolls. What's your deal again? After an enemy attacks, they're afflicted with scorned. That's not great for me. Probably kill the salamander first, because then it's gonna make everything else cast before it dies. Yeah. Wait, was it getting cool hair bonuses? Who's giving you cool hair? Why are you getting cool hair? Oh, I think that's a specific trait for this boss. I believe the story bosses have like a specific bonus trait or ability that you can't get until the post-game. Alright, let's get you so we're not gonna get poisoned. Welcome back, Centaur. Oh, maybe cool hair is just a short version of his trait because it's too long. That might be it. Alright, who do I want to take out next? Do we have any... We don't have any sorcery creatures, so these guys aren't a huge threat. Yeah, he gains stats whenever he attacks, which is kind of unfortunate. Maybe I try and kill him first, honestly. Otherwise, he's just going to become unkillable. I'm dueling. I'm provoked. Oh, that was unfortunate. Damn, a lot of effects going off here. Oh, right, Scorn stops you from attacking. That's what it is. Ugh. Alright, we'll defend, I guess. I'll poison you. Yeah, I think it's basically you have to alternate between attacking and defending, otherwise you have no actions you can really take. You're getting rent, I guess. You don't have any spells to cast. Oh, he's dead. Cool. Fantastic. You've attacked already, so I gotta cast. Yeah, if you don't have spell gems set up, you're gonna have a hard time with this fight. Because you can't really do much. Cool. Now that he's dead, though, we don't get scorned and silenced and all that. Cool. Disgusting. Alright. Fusion time. We also get to decorate. That's the most important part. Not the fusion, the decoration part. Alright, so once you enter decoration mode, you become this little dude. With increased speed here. So you don't really have clipping when this is in decoration mode. This is like just kind of reorganize. You can rename your castle if you want to. You can set the music. We don't have any music options right now. I'm gonna set my... Here we go. My subtle glitter. My castle is now a video arcade. We can add decorations, anything that you find in the, you know, the realms, you can add here. So if you want to put on a little tree or whatever, you got options. Put on a rug. Don't have any scrolls, no statues. And yeah, here's the custom NPC thing. Let's put that in the Fusion Lab. Put that right here, I guess. Alright, I want to set the floor styles. What are my options? I can have grass. Let's do this one. Okay, so fusion. Oh, here we go, the level up thing. So yeah, if you have creatures that aren't high enough level, you can just equalize them to your current one. I don't remember if it costs anything. So the short explanation is that when you fuse creatures, they average their stats together. And so if I fuse two creatures together with really high attack, they're going to keep really high attack, but if I fuse a creature with really high attack and then one with really low attack, it'll be average. And the really important thing is that the fused monster gets both of the traits of the material monsters. So for example, let me do a little summon here real quick. Trying to think of a decent combo. Actually, I've got an idea. I'll do the Noxious Smog and the Mummy. Alright, so we're going to fuse our Noxious Smog and our Mummy. I probably should level it up, but it shouldn't take too long. Yeah, it uses the first one you put in as a base for the appearance, and then sorry, for the race, and then the class of the second one you put in. So there's a lot to it, but the traits are probably the biggest one. And you can also pick an appearance based on their fused colors. I believe you can change this as well. Let's go with that one. Fusion complete. So now we got a fused mummy. So it now has two different traits. It has Gimp Touch and it has Contamination. So both of the traits are working together now, unless it states otherwise, like if it says a trait cannot stack. So now all of its attacks are going to be dealing 75% more damage twice. I don't know if that's multiplicative or additive. And it's going to poison and curse enemies that it attacks. So pretty cool. Like I said, we don't have a ton of options for fusion just yet, but we get way... I mean, you saw the monster count, right? You saw there are 1,200 monsters in the game. We have options. What is this? This is Dragon Quest Monsters meets Disgaea meets Pokemon. There's a lot. Probably should be doing some more fusions, but for now... Oh, here we go, colorize. So, every fusion is based on the palettes of the two base monsters. I don't know if you can change this yourself later on. Or you could just have it look like the default if you want to. We'll do that one. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would want here, like Ebony Ent and maybe like... Okay, that one's only that specific creature, so not as useful for what I want. Because you do have to think about what you're fusing together. Like, my creature here, my Asura Heart Ripper, his whole thing is that he gets double critical damage, so you want to try and get something else that modifies critical damage if possible, right? We don't really have any monsters that can do that, though. Yeah, basically you're building engines. Like, I'll show you real quick my main file, which is spec specifically around burning, the burning status. Also, we get to really enjoy the business wizard sprite there. let's take a look at our creatures here real quick. And they have 3 traits because post-game stuff. So this guy is kind of my tank. Always has protected, repelling, and always defends at the end of its turn. After it gets attacked, it afflicts enemies with burning. And if enemies already are burning, which they always will be because I'm a pyromancer, they'll increase the potency by 30% instead. And then my creatures take 40% less damage when they have mending, which all my creatures are going to have mending because I have that trait on somebody else. Then I have my living flame, which is after an enemy takes damage from burning, this creature deals 30% of that damage to all other enemies, which, again, everything is going to be on fire, including my own creatures, but it's good for me for reasons. After this creature attacks a creature with burning, the target takes damage equal to 4 turns of that debuff. This is just for defense. I might replace this with something else, but it's just kind of damage mitigation. Here we go. Creatures always have mending. You take less damage, which means that I'm taking even less damage because I have Black Lotus. Creatures have leeching, receive more healing, which combos really nicely with mending and another effect, which I'll show off later. Creatures' Scourge spells deal 100% more damage. I do not manually cast Scourge spells with this build, but you'll see in a second. I need another trait for this guy. I'm not sure what I would have put on that. After this creature defends or provokes, enemies lose defense and speed. This also increases potency of each enemy's burning debuff by 65%. That's pretty significant. I don't have a third trait for you yet. This one just makes it so the longer a fight goes on, the less damage I take. So basically I'm setting a timer on a fight. I also have another stoke thing here because it's just a really nice trait to have for burning. And then while this guy's above 90% HP, my creatures take less damage. So even more damage mitigation on top of the other stuff that I have here from damage control and Black Lotus and all that. All effects that activate when a creature defends will activate 1 additional time. Did you see how many effects I have that go off when a creature defends already? After your creatures are healed, they gain a random buff. Guess what mending does? And then after your creatures are healed, they are healed an additional time, but they receive less healing from all sources. Oh no. But then I get 2 buffs because they get healed twice, and I have a healing bonus from another creature trait, which is giving me a significant bonus that it doesn't matter too much. Let's look at the Pyromancer perks. We have all these maxed out because I capped my Pyromancer levels. After an enemy takes damage from burning, they're afflicted with either scorned or silenced, so they either can't attack or cast spells, basically just 50% chance to shut them down, or at least stop them from doing dangerous stuff. Creatures deal additional damage equal to 20% of the potency of their burning debuff, which is going to be a lot because my team is it's based around building potency. If an enemy dies while it is affected with burning, it cannot come back, so you don't have to worry about having to reset potency on an enemy because once it's dead, it's dead. After your creatures are damaged or healed by burning, they gain Shelled. Your creature's Shelled ignores the burning debuff, which negates the next incoming attack or spell. After an enemy takes damage from burning, they have a 20% chance to not even get to act, they just go to the bottom of the timeline. This is kind of fucked up sometimes. After your creature's damage are healed by burning, a random enemy takes damage equal to 100% of that amount as well. Enemies always have burning, so this is the thing I was talking about where you cannot remove burning from enemies because they always have it. After an enemy takes damage from burning, they're afflicted with bomb. This isn't really super huge, this is just I didn't have any other points to spend, like there was nothing else to spend this on, so I might as well. After your creatures with burning are killed, they have a 25% chance to be resurrected with HP. After your creatures are damaged or healed by burning, the potency of all creatures' burning debuffs increases by 50%. All creatures. Now you might think, Andy, that's bad. Your creatures are also on fire too, right? And yes, you're correct, they're on fire, but we're not done yet. Your creature's spells that interact with burning have 100% more potency. Basically, fire just goes off even harder. Your creature spells that interact with burning do not consume charges. Basically just you cast free fire magic, which that's what I do. I'm a pyromancer. Your creatures always have burning. Instead of taking damage from this debuff, they are healed by it. So it doesn't matter that your creatures are on fire and taking 10 billion damage from that fire, because that fire is actually healing you. After an enemy takes damage from burning, each of your creatures has a 20% chance to cast a Scourge spell on an enemy. And this Scourge spell is specifically tuned to kill the enemy type. So Scourge is basically, if you are, a life-type enemy or whatever, you'll take a bunch of damage. So every time an enemy takes damage, which is going to be every single time they act, my creatures can just say, nope, I'm attacking now, and cast a spell specifically tuned to kick that specific enemy's ass. After an enemy with burning is killed, enemies take damage equal to 100% of the potency of that creature's burning debuff. So once one enemy dies, everything else is basically now even more on fire and dying even faster. So let's go into a battle real quick. I want to make sure all my my pop-ups are on here. We'll go to Realm 166. I'll just do Realm Instability 0 because just in case some random fusion fucks me up, but it probably shouldn't. Let's find a battle. Let's find a battle. Here we go. All right. So let's see if the enemies even get to do anything on turn 1. Burn potency went up. All right. So everything is on fire now. I've defended, which is being stoked by the effect I just turned on. They're all getting very debuffed. They're getting even more debuffs from Stoke. And look, Burn just went off on the first guy, and they're taking damage. Which means that my Frostfire Freed is now casting Scourge Life because it has decided, I won the dice roll today. I'm going to cast a spell that kills everybody. So, I want to remind you, the only thing I did in that fight was defend. All I did was press defend. Let's try that again. Let's try a different one. Burn damage Stoke is going off. It's not a lot because it's not getting through their defense right now, but it goes up pretty damn quickly. $113,000 damage from Scourge Life. Also, they're getting Inner Destroyed because I have a spell gem, I believe, that modifies that. Inner Destruction is just a spell that says, I've been killed in a specific way. I have to try and kill the rest of my team now. Big box. Can't open it. Need a big key. Where's more enemies? I need more enemies to kill. So again, this is why I turned off battle display, like text display, on this file, because otherwise you spend a lot of time waiting for... And you can speed through it, like you can hold down the button, but there's still a lot of effects. So you can just kind of make them all not even matter. The power of Pyromancer. I love between Living Flame and Conflagration and Roaring Blaze. Just the second an enemy dies, usually everything fucking explodes. My wizard is just gonna work. But yeah, shredding their stats does help because the burning damage is affected by their stats. But I'm just multiplying the number of timers on the enemy, basically. I'm giving you even less time to live. I don't know, I haven't tried like a ton of RI5. I can give it a shot. The big thing is that the realm intensity stuff, sometimes you get a modifier that just destroys your team. Oh no, you healed. Oh no, you're casting a spell, that's unfortunate. I've decided I'm now casting Scourge Life. God, I love how many post-death effects go off. Inner Destruction, Inner Destruction, Inner Destruction, Roaring Blaze, Conflagration, Burn Potency up, Roaring Blaze. What happens if I actually attack? I usually don't need to. Yeah, let's see if we can finish this one and do like Realm Intensity 5. There's the key. Big box. I can get the Reaver specialization. Might as well grab that. Oh yeah, I guess I could also show off the other specializations too. Did I change it here? Here we go. So this one we have 2 pages because you unlock more specializations as you get into the game. Stuff like Brewmaster, where you get everybody drunk, basically. I haven't played around with a ton of these. Again, I mostly just stuck to Pyromancer because it has been working pretty alright. But there's stuff like, you know, Grove Tender, Trickster, luck-based spells, but you can modify luck to make it more favorable to you. Shadowbringer. Actually, can I do these ones now? Gotta get a creature from Avatar. I can't get that one. Let's try a Realm Intensity 5. This one makes it so you take half of your health every turn, end of turn, you know, you have to provoke, I think. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, and some of these are random, so they can change, but you get a lot more rewards for doing so. Let's just try it. Let's try Intensity 5. From the Blood Geysers to weaken enemies. Infinite Eggling. Also, once you turn on the Realm Intensity, it makes enemies fuse. So now every enemy is going to have multiple traits and really nice equipment and stuff. Yeah, this one has Chaotic Potential and Gimp Touch. Sometimes the fusions are really bad for you, sometimes they're just whatever. Alright, I want this guy to defend. Just increase the potency. Make it spicy, fuck up their stats. Yeah, we're doing pretty alright. Guardian Headdress. Oh, hell yeah, astronaut costume. So you can see why I turned off some of the battle display text again. Alright, I gotta turn on the Blood Geysers. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. 3 of their creatures get rebirth, except they can't revive because they have Cauterize. Does it have the Mimic? I don't think that's a Mimic trait, no. Is the Mimic trait Salted Earth? Or is that something else? Oh, on top of the timeline. It might be from a piece of gear or something. It's possible. Why is that skeleton holding a baby? Don't worry about it. Let's look at how many creatures I have on this file. 874, so I'm a little farther in, but still not, I don't have all of them. I gotta catch them all. Also, that doesn't count fusions, I believe. Oh shit, it's Vesh the Stampede. Once you beat the game and get to the post-game, you'll fight these creature masters who are basically like enemy Pokemon trainers. They have like specific built teams based around a specific like type of monster or whatever. But again, this entire setup is just sit back and let the fire burn. Leech Mastery. All the creatures in your party are leeches. The leech buff lasts forever and heals for 300% more. Honestly, I think the big thing is not necessarily can you deal with Realm Intensity 5, it's can you consistently deal with Realm Intensity 5. Because the random effects can sometimes shut down a specific strategy. Yeah, there's also lore, if you care about that. Somebody had to sit down for 1,200 different monsters and write a little paragraph about them. Because again, I want to remind you, every single creature in this game has its own unique trait. Which one's the most horny? Let's see. I was gonna say, is there like a horned something? I think there's some based on like the deadly sins or whatever. I'm sure there is some combination of stuff that will delete me. Probably Omelet. Probably this guy's the most horny, I think. But yeah, there's an entire class of enemies based around the dumpling class, which is kind of like the slime, I guess, except they're pretty rare for the most part. But you can build an entire team around them, and there's like a bonus for doing so with these traits. Yeah, who would be the horniest monster, I wonder? Probably this guy. Yeah, nature dumpling. Have you never seen a nature dumpling? And keep in mind, I don't have all the monsters yet, so I may have just missed some. Is this just a wizard with a fucking gun? This is a wizard with a gun. Obviously, you can tell, like, the art is not, you know... It's not going to revolutionize the genre or anything, but some of the designs are pretty charming. I do wonder if some of these might be from, like, previous games, or there wasn't as much experience doing the art. Or if they've gotten touched up at all. I'm trying to tell if the wings are redrawn. Pretty close. I'm just looking at the wings. Yeah, there's a lot of monsters. A lot of dudes. But yeah, in terms of, like, regular floors, I don't think I've ever run into any issue. Once I got, like, my Pyro Squad set up for the most part. And again, remember, I'm not done. There is still more space for customization, because, like, I still don't have all my slots filled on my gear. I don't have all the traits that I want. There's a lot to this game. Ow, ow, ow. My dude has died. I need you to be more on fire, please. Thank you. As soon as one enemy dies. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten all the mechanics either. Like, I haven't touched the god artifacts yet, or whatever those are called. Or very much. Champion. Leader's immune to damage debuffs. This is another thing that can happen where you'll have, like, squads of enemies with modifiers, basically. So this one basically just says the leader of the pack, like the guy in the front and center, cannot be damaged until you kill everything else. But then you get a bonus for it. You get a Night Terror. There's also, like, creature-specific skins as well. Ooh, meat box. Oh, nice. I can get some meat in my castle. Also, look at the pickups on Intensity 5 compared to the regular ones. Look on the left side of my screen here. You get way more stuff, holy crap. Buried treasure. My creatures can't gain buffs. Oh no. I guess I'll just have to take their stats away instead. The fact that I did take any damage there on the previous fight was a little worrying. Definitely means there's more I can optimize, but for now this is pretty alright. I'm also like half the level of my enemies. Like my characters, my creatures are level 542 around there. I think they're all around the same. Yeah, they're all 542. And then let's see. Did I finish all the enemies on the floor? There's one more. Or actually, I could just summon from here. Assuming they're not dead before I get to do anything. Okay. These guys are level 1300, so they're over double our level. And we're still doing pretty alright, I think. But yeah, this is just one of the classes. There, like I said, there's a ton of them. There's a billion different ways to build your party. There's a ton of different mechanics that I haven't even touched on. There's scratch cards. There's slots. There's Keno. There's pseudo Monopoly. I need to put more stuff in my castle, but for now, this is all I really need. Yeah, probably actually a billion ways to build your team. Because again, remember, I still got empty slots on this guy, still got empty slots on this guy. You know, plenty of stuff there. There's Bingo. This is where everybody went in Resident Evil. Also, there's collectible cards. Is this the shiny mechanic you were talking about? Where when you fight an enemy, sometimes you get their card? I think this is the artifact. Or relics, sorry, not artifacts. There's a bunch of proper nouns in this game. Because on top of, you know, weapons, you also get relics that are associated with specific gods. So, like, this one is Volcanar. This one interacts with burning, but there's a ton of other ones. As you upgrade them, they get additional passives. These go up to level 100. And they have different effects for every 10 levels on top of just giving a stat bonus. There's a lot to this game. So if you pick up this game, it's pretty cheap. I want to say it's like 20 bucks? If that? Hang on, how much is this game? How much is Siralim? 25 bucks Canadian, so probably like 20 bucks American. They're pretty cheap, and you will get a lot out of this game if you enjoy like Monster Builder, Dragon Quest monster type things. But I think we'll call it there. I feel my throat starting to get a little rough, so I want to give my voice a little bit of time since I've been recovering from a cold this weekend. But yeah, just wanted to show off this game. I think it's really cool. I think more people should play it. And there's no DLC. Yeah, it's all included with the game. You don't have to buy anything extra. Yeah, I think you should play it if you like monster tamer games, RPGs. It's really cool. We're gonna raid my buddy Fabricini. My good mate homie Fabricini. He's playing some Ace Combat 7. Go ahead and drop a follow on him if you would like to. And go ahead and drop a follow here if you're not already done so. I stream a bunch of different stuff, so if you don't like, you know, indie monster tamer RPGs, watch on Thursday. I'll probably be playing something completely different. Might be a bit of a weakness in that I don't stick to one game, but who knows? Anyways, we're going to Foz now. Go check him out. Catch you later, gamers.